So this is a review about an experience that I had this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, down here in Miami, Florida. A friend and I went to Mama Gena's Womanly Arts Experience. It's a women's conference for a program that's ran by a lady named Mama Gena. She has a great series of books about basically about female empowerment, about being a woman, about rejoicing in your womanness, about encouraging women to enjoy their femininity, enjoying being themselves, really finding themselves, and things of that nature. I went to this conference before. It was hosted in NYC, where her organization is based. She has a program. It's like a four weekend program where women can sign up to just connect and network with other women. It's almost like therapy. Sometimes, you go to a therapist, you go to therapist after therapist to try to figure out what your problems are, especially as a woman. We have so many different things that are not, we have so many different issues that are not solved by logic, that are not solved by the rules, that are not solved by reason. You know that we're not reasonable. You know us as women are not reasonable. So sometimes it can be kind of hard to go to a psychiatrist, male or female, who has gained their expertise through, educational, like ABC means, like, okay, you're feeling this way, that means that is this. Sometimes it's not like that. Women have suffered issues from, childhood that they haven't told anybody about, that they don't know how to deal with, that they cannot talk to their friends or family about. Talking to a psychiatrist about can be very sterile, can be very sterile. But in the group such as this, a group that this lady puts together, you come to find out that you and your problems, which you think are your own, are very similar to the person that's sitting right next to you. So it's like a big conference is held at the Miami Convention Center. I don't know how many, but there's hundreds and hundreds of women there. The one I went to in New York, which is February of last year, they hosted over 800 women for 3 days, like all 3 days. There were 800 women. It's a free event, and it kind of gives you a little sampling of what her program entails. So if it's just a really, really awesome experience. So I dragged my friend there. She's from France, and she had never been and never heard of this thing before. So I gave her a little summary of what it was about, but when we got there, she was completely blown away, because when you're in a room filled with 800 women, it's completely different. It's the most unusual experience that you'll ever have. It's like there's no time ever that you're in a room filled with over 800 adult women, that are from all corners of the world, and that are age ranges from 19 up to 76 years old. Amazing. So as far as a woman empowerment, I thought that it was really good for me, because like I said, I went there last year, but coming back to it again, I realized that there are some things that have changed in my life, and me being a confident person, I used to be a very confident person, very in tune to my sensuality, to my sexuality as a woman. It's just wonderful. Sometimes life can lead you astray and can take you away from your femininity. Life can take you away from bubble baths. Life can take you away from dancing naked in the mirror. Life can take you away from just being confident in whatever you're wearing and whatever you have on the private or public setting. And going to this conference, it actually kind of jerked me back into the woman that I was before, and it's actually helped me grow more as a woman. So it's really interesting. I can't really say too much about it because it's like very, very confidential, but I would suggest if you are thinking about going, definitely go. If you're thinking about taking the courses that she has, I think there are different tiers of courses that you can take, whether they're online or actually at the NYC location that they're based in. It's not cheap, but it is a life-changing experience for, a woman who is 60 years old, who just, lost her husband of 40 years due to whatever, at the time. And it's like, how does she grieve? Can she grieve when she has children that she is responsible for, or she has children that she has to be strong for? Can she grieve? She's still, she's about 60 so years old or whatever in this time. 60 is not that old, depending on how you take care of yourself. So does she just be a widow, or does she go on to find love and continue to live out her life fulfilled and happy? How do you do that after you have lost somebody and then you have to be the matriarch of the family? There's no room for femininity. There's no room for your own sensuality when you're too busy taking care of others, or when you're too busy being strong for others and things like that. So her conference, her books, just being in the presence of those women, it really empowers you to live the life that you are supposed to live as a woman. It's okay to dance. It's okay to touch yourself. It's okay to smell flowers. It's okay to buy that pretty dress. It's it's okay. It's okay to be you. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said in my other video, there's power in femininity, just like there's power in masculinity. And when they come together, it's a beautiful thing. But in order to get to that point, I think a woman does have to, you have to live in your femininity. So that's what I experienced from that. My friend and I, we had a great time. We went to the party that they had afterwards, and we talked, and we met up with other beautiful women. There's highly educated women, successful, resourceful women that go to these things that are, you would look at them and be like, wow, she has her PhD, she owns her own business, she's a doctor, she works in government. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of her kids. She's great. But that still does not mean that she's fully living in her femininity, that she's fully happy with herself. Happiness comes from you. And even though you can be all these things and have all of these successes, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're fully happy in your feminine body, in your feminine mind, and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna buy some of Gena's books just to keep me going, because I went to the conference and it's just 3 days, and then wait a year and a half, and then things fall off, and then I go to the other one, and then I get a reboot. No, I gotta get her books so that I can keep this, so I can keep it going, so I can keep my keep this spirit going. I'm a very happy person, very quiet at times, but yeah, when I'm around my friends, around people that are, that I know, that I trust, I'm a very open and very happy person, and I want to always be like that, regardless of what situation that I'm in, regardless of what I'm dealing with, period. So that was it. That was my experience. I'll put some information in the description box below so you can get more details about Mama Gena, about the Womanly Arts experience, about her mastery courses and boot camps, and about her books. She has wonderful newsletters that she sends all the time, and it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Am I okay? I'm okay? Okay, my God. If I were talking throughout this whole video, I had lipstick on my teeth and you didn't tell me. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. Boing.